Namaste children, welcome to Mahatma Gandhi Vidyalaya. I am Revati, your mathematics teacher. Today we are going to start our new session with the moral value. Today's moral value is about truthfulness. Truthfulness refers to the state of being true and honest. It is really so difficult to tell the truth every time. A truthful person does not only tells the truth, but also he carries truthfulness in his actions, words, nature, and so on. Truth is the highest attribute of God. So children, we should always follow truthfulness in our life. With this thought, I am going to start today's session. Today we are going to learn about new chapter. The topic is about time. Shall we start today's session, children? Yes. Today we are starting our new chapter. It is about time. Children, first we will learn the basic concepts of time, whatever you have learnt in your lower classes. Okay, let us quickly recall one by one. Okay, we can calculate the time using clock and calendar. In this session, we will learn about clock. Okay, later on we will learn about calendar. Okay, now in a clock, have you seen the clock, children? Yes, you have clock at your home, no? Wherever you are going, you are seeing the time. Time is a part of nature. So children, we must know how to calculate the time. Okay, first let us calculate the time using the clock. In a clock, there are numbers from 1 to 12. Have you seen the clock, children? There are numbers from 1 to 12. In that we have three different types of hands. First one, a short hand. It is known as hour hand. Okay. A long hand in the clock is known as minute hand. Another long hand, this will be very thin, Another long hand is known as seconds hand. We have to learn about these three hands to calculate the time. Okay, children, look at this picture. Here is a model of a clock. It may be in any shape or design. You have seen different types of clock at your home and somewhere wherever you are going, different designs, different shapes like that you have seen everywhere. And here is the model of a clock. In this clock, I have numbered from 1 to 12. See the children, the numbers arranged in a particular distance. Okay, it should be at equal distances. Okay, all the numbers should be at equal distances. Okay, you have to take care of it while writing the numbers from 1 to 12. Okay, the distance must be equal for every numbers. Okay, and here the long hand, can you see it? No, that is the minute hand, and the short hand is the known as hour hand. Here I did not mention the another thin hand, that is the second hand. Okay, but most important are minute hand and hour hand. Okay, we used to calculate the time in hours and minutes. So let us learn about it. Children, this type of clock is known as analog clock. Okay, here we are using these two different hands to calculate the time. Here the numbers from 1 to 12 are arranged to calculate the time. Children, the hour hand in the clock takes 1 hour to move from one number to another number. Okay, if the hour hand moves from one number to another number means 1 hour has passed. Okay, similarly the minute hand moves faster than hour hand. Okay, so the minute hand takes 5 minutes to move from one number to another number. The second hand moves fastest than minute hand. So it takes 5 seconds to move from one number to the next number. So the hour hand moves slowly, the minute hand moves faster, the second hand moves very faster. Okay. Children, we know that there are 24 hours in a day. But in the clock, we have the numbers from 1 to 12. Then how to calculate 24 hours? Let us see it now. Okay. The hour hand in the clock completes one full circle to complete 12 hours. That means half a day completed. Okay. Another full rounds, if it completes, means 24 hours completed. Okay. So if the hour hand moves from 12. Okay. Let us imagine the hour hand is at 12. If it completes one full round, one full circle, then the hour hand will move to 1. So 1 hour has passed. Similarly, if it completes another round, then the hour hand move to number 2. Like this it will move till complete 12 hours. Similarly, the hour hand completes 2 full circles to complete 24 hours. Since we have 24 hours in a day, the hour hand completes 2 full circles to complete 24 hours. That means 1 day has completed. In the clock, the minute hand completes one full circle to complete 1 hour. If the minute hand, that is the long hand, is at 3. If it is complete one full circle means then 1 hour has passed. After completing one circle, the minute hand moves from 3 to 4. Then 1 hour has passed. Therefore, to complete 24 hours, the minute hand has to complete 24 full circles. Then only 24 hours will be completed. That is 1 day will be completed. Okay. Reading time to the exact minute. When the hour hand moves from one number to other number, we say that 1 hour has passed. Similarly, when the minute hand moves from one number to other number, we say 5 minutes have passed. Okay. And then small divisions between any two consecutive numbers represent a minute. See children, can you see a small divisions in between two numbers in the clock? There are 5 small divisions in the clock between any two numbers. Look at this in your clock now. Okay. And here each small division represent 1 minute. There are 5 small divisions, no? So between any two numbers there are 5 minutes. That is, each 5 small divisions can be calculated as 5 minutes. So children, in the clock between any two consecutive numbers we have 5 small divisions. Each small division refers to a minute. Okay. When the minute hand moves from one small division to the next small division, we say 1 minute has passed. Okay. Similarly, when the minute hand completes one full circle means it has to cover 60 small divisions. So one small division refers to 60 minutes. Then means if it is covered 60 small divisions means 60 minutes have passed. We know that 60 minutes refers to 1 hour. If the minute hand completes one full one full circle, we can say that 1 hour has passed. So children, look at this. 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. 1 day has 24 hours. Okay. So it is important. Here now we are going to learn about units of time. Okay children, listen. 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. To cover 1 minute, the minute hand moves one full circle. It has covered 60 seconds. Next, 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. Now only we have seen the hour hand should complete one full circle to complete 1 hour. So it has to cover 60 minutes. Similarly, next, 1 day is equal to 24 hours. That means half a day na 12 hours. Okay. And then next, 1 week equal to 7 days. There are 7 days in a week. We know that very well. That are Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday. Next, 1 month is equal to 30 days or 31 days. See children, few months we have 30 days and few months we have 31 days. Okay, we know that knuckle method I taught you, know, using your hands. You have to keep your hands like that. Calculate the month using your knuckles. When the month coming on that knuckle means it has 31 days. If it is coming between means it has 30 days. Except February month. In the month of February we have 28 days. In the month of February we have 29 days in the leap year. You know children, 1 year is equal to 12 months. That is January, February month, like that, 12 months. Okay. And similarly, 1 year is equal to 365 days in a normal year. Suppose if it is a leap year, it has 1 day extra. That is 1 year is equal to 366 days. 1 decade. 1 decade is equal to 10 years. Similarly, 1 century is equal to 100 years. 1 millennium is equal to 1000 years. These are the most important units of measuring time. We are using to measure the time. Here is an example, children, how to read the time using the clock. You just look at this clock. Here you have the hour hand at 3 and the minute hand at 12. Exactly 12. Now you have to read the time as 3 o'clock. Exactly we have seen the time 3 o'clock. Okay. You just imagine that now the minute hand, that is the long hand, moves from 12 to 1. 12 to 1 means, that is, there are 5 small divisions between 12 to 1. So if suppose the minute hand moves from 12 to 1 means 5 minutes have passed. So we can read the time as 5 minutes past 3. Again repeat it. 5 minutes past 3. Suppose if the minute hand moves from 1 to 2, again it has covered 5 minutes. Now you just imagine, now the hour hand at 3 and the minute hand at 10. Minute hand at 2. So that you can read the time as 10 minutes past 3. Again, now you have to imagine, now the minute hand and the short hand both are at 3. So you have to read the time as quarter past 3, or else you can read as 15 minutes past 3. 15 minutes past 3 is also known as quarter past 3. Okay. And here suppose the minute hand at 4. the hour hand between, it is slightly moves from away from 3. Okay, so now you can read the time as 20 minutes past 3. If suppose minute hand moves to 5 means you have to read the time as 25 minutes past 3. If suppose the minute hand at 6, the hour hand is between 3 and 4, means you have to read the time as half past 3. Half past means 30 minutes past 3. 30 minutes past 3. 30 minutes is also, we can read it as half past. That is the half circle. Quarter is nothing but quarter of the circle. Half is nothing but half of the circle. And 3/4 is nothing but 3/4 of the circle. When it is coming to 12 again, it completes one full circle. That's why we are reading as quarter, half, and 3/4, one full circle, like that. Okay, children, don't forget it. And here, half past 3 also known as 30 minutes past 3. If suppose the minute hand at 7, you have to calculate the time like this. See here, now 25 minutes to 4. You have to read the time now 25 minutes to 4. You just imagine, okay, it has to cover 60 minutes, so that you have to subtract. 7 means 35. That is, you have to calculate using 5 table. If it is at 1 means 5 minutes. If it is at 2 means 10 minutes. If it is at 3 means 15 minutes. If it is at 4 means 20 minutes. 5 means 25. 6 means 30. 7 means 35. 8 means 40. 9, it refers to 45. 10 means 50. 11 means 55. When it comes to 12, it has covered 60 minutes. Like this we will calculate. If the minute hand at 7 and the hour hand between 3 and 4 means, we can read the time as 3:35. Used to read 35 minutes 3:35 when we are writing the numerals, but when we are reading, you have to read it at 25 minutes to 4. If it is from 8 means, if it is at 8 means, you have to read the time 20 minutes to 4. If it is at 9 means quarter to 4. That also known as 15 minutes to 4. If it is at 10 means 10 minutes to 4. If it is at 11 means 5 minutes to 4. It reaches again 12 means you can read the time as now 4 o'clock. Children, it is very important to know the movement of the hands of the clock to read the time exactly. So, always remember that the movement of the hands is very important. There are 60 small divisions in a clock. So, each small divisions can be calculated. So, you have to learn the movements of the clock by using the hands. Next, we will see few examples to calculate the time. Here is your first example. In the first clock, you have seen the minute hand at 12, the hour hand at 2. So, we can read the time exactly now 2 o'clock. It can be written in words as 2 o'clock. When you write in numerals, you have to separate the minutes and hours by a colon. The 2 dots I have kept here, that is known as colon. We have to separate the hours and minutes by colon. When you write the hours, you please consider as a 2-digit number and write it. Okay, if it is 2 also, you write 02, then it became 2-digit number. And here, while writing the minute also, you have to write them as a 2-digit number. If it is 5, you have to write 05. If it is 10 means you can write 10, that is already at a 2-digit number. Only for 5 you have to write 05, don't write 5 alone. Okay. Both hours and minutes has to be separated by colon. Don't forget to keep the colon in between hours and minutes. We have to separate them by using colon. So from the first clock we can read the time as 2 o'clock. It can be written as 02:00. Okay, this is the way we will write the time in numeral form. Here look at the second clock. In the second clock we have the minute hand at 12, the hour hand at 4. So we can read the time exactly, it is 4 o'clock. When we write, we have to write 04:00. Here 04 refers to the hours and 00 refers to the minutes. Here is your another example, children. Look at the first clock. Here we have the hour hand between 4 and 5, and then the minute hand at exactly 6. So we have to calculate the minutes now. If it is at 6, you just calculate by 5 table. 6 5s are 30. So 30 minutes have passed. So the minute hand is at 6 means 30 minutes have passed. So we can read the time as 4:30. Or also we can write it numeral as 4 means we can write in the 2-digit number as 04 and separate it by colon, and we have here we have 30 minutes passed. So 04:30. So we have to write like this. So what is the time? It is 4:30. When we are reading in words, we can read it as 4:30. Similarly, look at the next example. In this we have the shorthand between 7 and 8, and minute hand is exactly at 6. So this time we have to read the time as 7:30. So now the time is 7:30. We have to separate the hours and minutes by colon. Don't forget it. 7 can be written as 07 and put the colon and then write the minutes 30. Here we have to read the time as 7:30. Understood, children? This is the way we have to calculate the time by calculating the hands movements of the clock hands. Here is another example comes for you, and in the first clock you have seen the minute hand at 3 and the hour hand between 7 and 8. 3 means how many minutes passed? You just calculate by 5 table. 3 5s are 15. So 15 minutes have passed. So now the time can be read as 7:15. Okay, 7:15. It also can be written in the numeral form 07:15, as we have completed 15 minutes. So 07:15. So 7:15 also can be written as 7:15. You can read the time as 7:15 also or 7:15 also. 7:15 means 7 refers to the hours and 15 refers to the minutes. And in the next clock, you just look at the clock. In that clock, we have the minute hand at 9 and short hand, that is the long hand, at 5. From this, if you calculate, means now to the exact 5 o'clock, we have 15 minutes more. 15 minutes means quarter, that is 4:45. 4:45. Time can be read as 4:45. Since it is going to be 5 after 15 minutes, so that we are reading as 4:45. So when we are writing in the numerals, we can write, if it is at 9 means it has covered 45 minutes. The minute hand at 9, so it has covered 45 minutes. So now the hour hand is at 5, so we have to reduce 1 from 5, then we will write 4:45. So children, it is very important to know the movement of the hands of the clock to calculate the time. Hereafter, all of you look at your clock and read the time as per my guidance. First, look at the movement of the clock and the position of the clock, hands of the clock to read the time. Okay, and here is your another example. In the first clock, you have seen the minute hand at 4 and then the hour hand between 1 and 2. So after 1 o'clock it has covered 20 minutes, so that you can read the time as 20 minutes past 1. It can also be read as 1:20. And in the second clock you have seen the hour hand at 4, exactly not 4, it is very close to 4. Okay, and the minute hand at 8, so we can read the time as, here we have 20 minutes more to 4 o'clock, exactly 4 o'clock we have 20 minutes more, so that we can read the time 20 minutes to 4, also can be written as 3:40. Okay, next in the third clock we have seen that hour hand between 8 and 9 and the minute hand at exactly 7. Here to 9 o'clock we have 25 minutes more, so that we can read the time as 25 minutes to 9. And when we are writing in the numeral form, you just consider 8:35. After 8 o'clock it has covered 35 minutes, so we can write in the numeral form as the 8:35. And you can read 35 minutes. Here we have 30, it has covered 35 minutes, so you can read as the 8:35. 8 hours 35 minutes. Okay, like this you practice to draw the clocks and draw the hands of the clock, and you try to find the time according to the position of the hands of your clock which you have drawn. So practice in this model, you will be familiar to draw the clock also, and to learn the read the time also you will be very familiar. So practice well. Okay, here is the another example, children. In this we have 6 different clocks, and we can calculate the time also. Now see children, look at the clock exactly, and here between two numbers we have 5 small divisions. So here we are going to calculate the time to the exact minute. Okay, now look at the first one. The minute hand is at where after 2 it has covered 2 small divisions. That means it is at 2 means 10 minutes covered. After that it has covered 2 small divisions means 12 minutes has covered. Now the hour hand at between 7 and 6, so we can read the time as 6:12, that is 12 minutes past 6. And look at the next one. In that we have the hour hand at 3 and 4, between 3 and 4, and the minute hand is after 8 it has covered 2 small divisions. That is, if it is at exactly 8 means 40 minutes has covered. So after that 2 small divisions means totally 42. Now we can read the time as 3:42. Okay, the remaining also we can calculate, that is we can read it as 42 minutes after 3 o'clock, so that we can read it as to the exact 4 o'clock remaining is 18 minutes. Am I right, children? So 18 minutes to 4 also we can read. Okay, and here in the next one we can see the minute hand at after 9 it has covered 4 small divisions, and the hour hand between 11 and 12. So we can read the time as 11:49 since it has covered after 9 4 small divisions. When the minute hand at 9 means it has covered 45 minutes. After that also it has covered 4 small divisions, so we can add it with 45 means 49, so that 11:49 is the time. Next, look at the next clock. In that we have the hour hand between 9 and 10, and the minute hand is between 12 and 1. It has covered 4 small divisions, exactly 4 small divisions. So the time is 9:04. That can be read as 4 minutes past 9. Okay, and look at the next one. The time in that the hour hand between 5 and 6. Okay, and the minute hand is at after 3 it has covered 3 small divisions. If it is at 3 means 15 minutes. So if you add 3 more small divisions, that is 3 minutes more with 15, it is 18. So that the time is 5:18. And look at the last one. In that we have the small hand, that is the short hand between 8 and 9, and the long hand, the minute hand between 5 and 6. It is exactly 3 small, it has covered 3 small divisions after 5. So that 25 plus 3 is 28. So that the time is 8:28. Here in this clock we can see the 3 hands. You know children, short hand, that is hour hand, and minute hand, and very thin hand, that is the seconds hand. We can calculate the time exactly with the seconds also. Now the hour hand between 8 and it is exactly 8, and then now the minute hand after 1 it has covered 2 small divisions, and then the short seconds hand, it has covered after 6 2 small divisions. So 32 seconds. Okay, 32 seconds, and then 7 minutes and 8 o'clock. So the time is 8, 7, 32. First refers to the hours, and second refers to the minutes, third one refers to the seconds. All are separated by the colon. Children, without hands also we could see the time in a digital clock. In the digital clock we can see only the numbers. In some digital clocks we can see the date, time, temperature, day, everything. Okay, this will be, by this we can calculate easily time. We can see this type of clocks in hospitals and all. Children, now the time for recapitulation. Children, today we have learned that how to calculate the time using the clock by the movement of the hands of the clock. So practice well. Whenever you are seeing your clock, you try to calculate the time by the concept we have learned today. Okay, and always remember the units of time. It is very important. Here I have listed that. Please always remember this. This one all of you write in your notebook, and here is your homework assignment. You do in your practice in your homework note. Draw the clock to show the given time. Okay, draw the clock neatly using any object like bangles, like that. Okay, draw in any shape, but draw neatly. The numbers must be in the proper places. And here you have complete the homework. Thank you, children.